Okay, so here I am. This is HB Prospector out on my secret creek. As you can see, it's dry right now, obviously. I'm not going to disclose the area that I'm in because in the last 2 days I found a 1/4 gram in about a half hour. Today, Dwayne dropped off his Craftsman vacuum and I've been crevicing. Just like I did the last couple of days. I'm using an M20 Falcon to guide me on the cracks and the crevices that I should be cleaning. I've exposed all this and I vacuumed it all clean. This is a granodiorite, and then this is probably most likely like a basalt of some sort. But as you can see, the seams of this granodiorite is pushing through the basalt. So you know, it's a lot of activity, hydrothermal, epithermal, and just good old plain fashion, you know, tectonic pushing. So far the bedrock goes to about here. Of course it pushes up this way. I haven't really tracked it down into here yet. As you can see, it's, you know, well covered in leaves and whatnot. But I did pretty good right here in this little spot yesterday, and then farther up there is where I found my 1/4 gram and some exposed bedrock on that side. And so I started down there, got some decent gold. Yesterday when I came in, I only had about 20 minutes to a half hour, so I came up this way to see what this looked like. Looked good. I broomed out all this junk, started working the bedrock. And now I'm kind of working my way down because the bedrock drops. Now I've already cleaned this out once, and now I'm working on this right here and bringing it in so I can vacuum that up. As you can see, I was getting hits. Right there. That's a really good one. And then little minor hits all throughout it. So that's basically what I've been doing the last couple of days. Just cleaning all this out and then taking it home and running it through the table. So far it's been doing pretty good, you know, and the amount of gold that I'm getting is phenomenal. Way better than Cajon Creek. It's way better than the East Fork. And the beauty of it is, I'll give you a hint, it's between the two. That'll leave you guessing quite a ways because there's so many canyons from the San Gabriel River leading up to Cajon Pass all along the face of that mountain. So that's that. Anyways, I'm going to get back to work, and then I'll make a video of the final gold that I get out of vacuuming up. I've already gone through 2 batteries. They don't really hold a charge that well. I'm on my last battery, so I'll probably just push all this dirt right here over and then take a bunch of stuff by hand and try to continue going down to bedrock. and following this big crevice that is like kind of like a plunge pool. And as you can see, it's bedrock right here, bedrock right here. And there's a big giant crevice right here with a real nice hard pack of heavy material, magnetite, hematite, and your heavier rocks. But you know, out of all the places that I've been and the gold that I've found throughout the years, this kind of creek right here has always provided the best gold for me, rather than going to the most well-known areas. The claim that I have in Trabuco Creek, I killed it there when I was dredging. Back when we were able to dredge, I was finding gold every time I dredged, and it wasn't a piddly amount of gold. It was a significant amount. But I was also running a 4-inch dredge, you know, with a 13 horsepower Honda, and moving just hundreds of cubic yards of dirt and gravel and silt and, you know, whatnot, and opening up 30-foot wide holes that are 15 to 30 feet deep. But as you can see here, I don't have to do that. Come wintertime, when this thing starts flowing a little bit, we'll be able to come in here with just a standard sluice box, and because the bedrock's so shallow in these areas, we're not going to have to worry about dredging anymore. You know, we could just bring in these little vacuums, you know, a little DeWalt vacuum, or this vacuum, or even a gas-powered vacuum, and just clean up all this bedrock, you know, and get all the gold out of it. During the winter, we won't be able to use a gas vac. We'll have to use the wet dries. But even then, it's not too bad, because all this overburden that holds 50 mesh, we can send all that through the sluice box, you know, to get down to bedrock. And then once we get to bedrock, we can vacuum all the material up and crack it open, and then send that through the sluice box, or take it home, you know, and then take all the concentrates home, running through the table. And the table recovers all the way down to, you know, minus 100. I've even seen as small as 200 mesh. Just depends on your flow and your feed rate. So anyways, I wish Dwayne was here with me. He's my partner in crime, and he'd just absolutely love it out here. Lots of poison oak, you know, the standard of California. It's just phenomenal. You know, you got a real nice round boulder right there that probably came from up here somewhere, just rolled down off the mountain. So, you know, I'm sure during rainstorms and earthquakes and whatnot, we'll have to keep a mindful eye on what's above us. But you know, I think it's a pretty gosh darn good spot, and to find a quarter gram in less than 40 minutes is just damn right phenomenal. No nuggets or nothing yet. I haven't seen any. The biggest piece I got was I'd say plus 30, but it was real nice, and it had a piece of quartz attached to it still. So I'd imagine that there's a source somewhere along this creek bed. You know, we'll start here and work our way upstream, pass around that boulder. Maybe we can winch that boulder down after we clean all this out, and we can move that boulder on down and continue chasing bedrock along this little stretch right here, you know. You can even use these rocks and put a little dam right here, so that way we have a beautiful area to set up a sluice box, maybe even two. You know, like I said, gold's a hard thing to find. You know, if you don't take that risk, and you know, nowadays with today's economy, you know, you can subsidize your income with it if you put the work in for it. Are you gonna get skunked? Absolutely. You know, there's been plenty of times that I've gone into a creek or gone into a river, and I got completely skunked, and it sucks. But at least then you know, okay, well, that's not the spot. Cajon Creek, we did phenomenally well, running a hive anchor. So I went back another day just by myself, and I ran another 2 cubic yards of material and ended up with 1/10 of a gram. And for me, I know exactly what I think happened, or what happened to me was we hit the pay streak, got all the gold, pushed in, and then when I went back, I punched through the pay streak and just totally bypassed it. So, you know, everything lays in layers, and the pay streaks are in layers. You know, you might have one that's 5 feet, but you're going to have a better one that's 10 feet. You know, and I might have been in between the two. Well, frustration and the lack of money right now, and gas prices and all that, I have to think of other areas to go to. So this is it. And I'll post pictures of the gold I find, and I'm not going to disclose where we are, and that's about it. So you guys have a great day, and Dwayne, you're missing out, buddy. You need to get out here. Hurry up with that wedding. Get your daughter married and sent off on her honeymoon. So, all right, bud. Everybody, you have a great day, and golden dreams. HB Prospector out of here.